Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Falcons will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors offense will get the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. You prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that third down a bit more manageable, but not by much.
Took a shot as he threw. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Air Force Falcons offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David.
Off he goes. Inside the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The back goes in motion. The hand to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On the option. Now the toss. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little release to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. So they're facing third and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got room at the 35. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hawaii.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. He's got his man. Good, solid tackle.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd down throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
That's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. And how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The pitch. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. That play just never had a chance. For a loss of 5.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors are in the hurry-up.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
The sure hands, it's Lewis. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Rainbow Warriors will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Air Force has it back and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today at Evanston. They're trailing by 14 to USC. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Now the pitch. Shakes off the tackler. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Spears. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
He's looking to throw it. He's got it. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just...
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, the running back has it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Hands it off. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's the handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in... Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there and you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons. Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Running behind that left side. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He's got him in the flat, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He looks that one in nicely. They get him down after he makes the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They try to pop a run on the draw. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Third down play from the gun. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They go to the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision.
Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. Give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Air Force! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Get set.
Trying to pound it in. He stopped short on the two-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2.
Air Force 22.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure.
Oh, look out! The 20. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
22.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll throw it on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
At the 35, he's loose. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. And the Falcons will move the sticks. Fourth and short, ball right at midfield. Really don't have a lot to lose by not going for it there, and they're able to cash in.
100% of the time you're going for this. If you're not, you're probably not a guy that likes to win. So if you want to continue to punt in these situations, you're probably going to continue to win.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off or when to pitch.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those deep.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start to get more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to...